Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm so happy to see you. Sorry about not doing a video yesterday. I was going to, but for some reason my memory card in the camera kept saying memory card locked. And so I Googled what that meant and how to fix it, and it's a little slider thing on the side of the SD card. It would not stay in the up position. Every time I would insert it in the camera, it would go down and make a lock on it. So there were several things that I tried, and I kept trying to, move it up and all. And I gave up. I had to go somewhere. I can't remember where. I think maybe I drove to the park at that time, I think, to read. I know I did sometime yesterday. I came back and I messed with it a little bit more, and then it corrected itself. And by that time, for some strange reason, my mental health went down. I fight with it every day here lately. I was not in a good place, and I was trying so hard to come out of it, and I couldn't. Ironically, I am today. I could have done a video last night when I corrected the SD card, but as I stated, my emotional side of me was down, and it was kind of later in the evening, and if I was going to do a video, I was going to edit it and put it out yesterday, and it would have been after 10, I think, when I would have been done. So I was like, never mind, I'll just do a video tomorrow. And it's good that I waited, because yesterday I thought all day long, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? Because I didn't have a visit. So anyway, here I am. I have a therapy appointment today around noon, and I'm kind of excited about that because I have some things that I need to get off my chest. And she's a really good therapist, and I'm really glad that I found her. So last night I did have a visit. I was getting down last night on for more than one reason, and that's because I didn't have a visit the night before, and it always makes me sad when that doesn't happen. So I had one last night, and it was with the newer bed thumper, the aggressive one. I want to say, I'm trying to think how it started. I cannot remember if it started aggressive, but I wasn't really asleep, and I felt it coming. It starts out really light, and then it gets stronger, in which that's weird and puzzles me, because I don't know why it does that. Why doesn't it just start aggressive or, normal? But anyway, I opened my eyes and I looked toward the foot of the bed where I felt it was coming from. And I think it kept thumping. And I said, "What do you need?" Of course, I didn't hear anything. And I said, "Are you aware that you've crossed over?" And then nothing. Of course, it was still thumping. And then once again, I said, "Call for your guides. They will help you go in the right direction, and you'll be crossed over where you can heal and be happy." Not in those exact words. And then it kind of like was strange. This white smear kind of went vertically up, and it had a reddish orange tinge to it. And then it started coming to me, and it had, no, it stayed that way, I think, that color. I was saying, I am protected. I can't remember the wording. And then I said at the very end, I'm protected by the white light. And it's really close to me, and it's coming at me aggressively. And when I said, I am protected by the white light, it went away. I said, do not come to me aggressively like that. And then I thought it was gone. And then I woke up with it materializing at the foot of the bed without thumping it. And again, it was in a white haze that was vertical, and it had orange red to it, maybe some yellow. And when it realized I seen it, it dissolved again, and that it did it one more time. That led me to believe that maybe it's not a good entity. And when I said I am protected by the white light and it dissipated quickly, that also leads me to believe it may not be a good entity. So I feel like I need to block that entity from coming to see me again. I really didn't have a fear with it, but it coming to me aggressively like that, right toward me over my bed, and it got huge. I still wasn't scared. I think a different emotion came over me, like, why is it coming to me aggressively? And it wasn't a forceful thought. It was like, I wouldn't even say fear. I would say startled, maybe. I was not prepared for that. And I don't think any good entity would have done that. And so that, again, leads me to believe it's not a good entity. Oh, my sinuses, I have bad sinuses. I just noticed that I haven't cleared my throat. But my sinuses are so bad year around. And some days it's worse than others. And I clear my throat a lot. And so I take a allergy medicine. I don't take it every day because the one I'm on is 12 something, $12 and something. It's the purplish pink pill. It's not Claritin or Zyrtec. It's the other one. I can never remember that name. But sometimes I have to take up to 3 of them a day. My last ex-husband had told me, you have allergies. That's why you keep clearing your throat. And it took me that long to have somebody point that out and what to do to help me. And since then, I would take them, but I don't take them every day. But here, the last couple of days has been really bad. I even took an allergy pill yesterday. I think it started out kind of mildly, even with the pill. And as night progresses, it was bad. It was so bad. It was so bad that I was really getting irritated with myself and actually angry. The night before, I think it was pretty bad. I'm pretty sure it was. These last 2-3 days has been bad. Let's just say that. And so I don't know if I told you in the last video, I asked them to help me with that because I'm tired of taking all these pills. And if they can help me or get rid of it, I would appreciate it. And I mean my entities, my soul family. And so that night I woke up to a high sounding drill and they were in my sinus cavity. Oh no. I don't think it was that night. That night I felt what? Felt like something entering both of my ears and expanding the canal. It was really weird. And then I think I heard the high dentist drill. I can't remember. But anyway, I woke up at some point last night with the sounding of the drill and the feeling of it possibly through my nose and into this area right here. And it felt like they were doing this. And I hope you're seeing those orbs. But anyway, it was like scanning in my sinus behind my eyes and it didn't hurt at all. I just noticed my hair was lopsided. No big deal. But anyway, they stayed doing that for a while. And I want to say last night and the night before when they were doing the drill thing on me, I kept looking around and they kept going. It was weird because usually when you move your head and somebody's doing that to you, like a dentist, they cannot follow you because you just can't and keep drilling. But last night I was looking for the entities other than the one that came at me. But I kept looking all over for entities and I didn't see any. And that is such a letdown for me because I so enjoy seeing the entities in the room. And I even looked for my hybrid daughter and son, the pink and blue glitter. I'm sorry, I'm a sloucher. And so I had to keep lowering the camera. I could probably lower it more and no big deal. I hope you didn't hear my stomach just growl. And I think I saw another orb. the light that is on my camera lights them up pretty bright for me. And so when I'm talking to you, I see them going in my peripheral. Speaking of yesterday, again, when I noticed I was starting to go down in my mental health, mental status, whatever, I started thinking I need to get outside. And it was forceful, rapid thinking. You need to go outside. You need to go outside. And that's one reason why I left to go to the park. I went and got a soda first. And I think I went to Walmart. And then I went to the park and I was going to read, but I didn't. I just sat there with the windows half down. It was a pretty day. And I just sat there looking at the sky, looking around. I was in my own thoughts. And I got better, but still when I got home, I just wasn't in the right mental space. So at least now I have something to talk about for my video. I'm almost 100% sure that I'm monetized. They are still reviewing my channel to see if anything is not YouTube approved. And so I'm waiting, and they keep adding days. The first one alert saying this is going to take a week, we're reviewing your channel, was on the 6th. And then I had another one on the 7th. And I had another one today that was stated it was reviewed on the 8th. From those days to 7 days out is when I will be monetized. So I could get another one tomorrow. It doesn't make sense. I should have been monetized today, but I guess YouTube is slow. I hope I didn't put anything that wasn't approved by YouTube. I know there's been a slip here and there of me saying the word of this, maybe a word that was, I don't know how to describe it other than an aggressive word of unaliving. And that's maybe about it. That could have been a strike against me. I hope not, because it was far and few between. I would always catch myself and go back and correct it and edit the video, or I would just not, I wouldn't remember doing it, or even through an edit, I wouldn't have caught it, and that might have been stuck out there where they can see it. I don't know, but of course I will let you know. So I'm glad that you came back. I'm glad that you're still hanging around with me. And I apologize for the days I don't do a video. Sometimes it's for a good reason. I don't want to get on here with my mental health at its lowest and try to have a conversation and smiling at the same time. It's rather difficult. I'm not one to fake how I feel. It's hard for me. I'm a fighter. I've always been depressed, except for my awakening until recently when I was losing my job. So I've been dealing with it my whole life, minus these 4 years. So it gets where you're tired of trying to mask it and faking that you're happy whenever you're not happy. It's okay to admit that you're in a mental low spot. It's perfectly fine. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means you're healing. You have to go through that to be able to heal it, because if you don't, it either lingers or it comes back. Yes, remember that. So I'm going to end this here. I love you guys tremendously, and thank you for sticking around. And I'm going to send love, light, and peace to you. Bye.
Money I can manage. Take me out to Paris. Fly me out to Paris. Fly me out to